Well, kids, it's going to be a very, very legal-centric day here today because first and foremost, we're going to cover the Pennsylvania lawsuit that was rejected, or was it? Yeah, you probably can guess what we're going to be talking about for the next, I don't know how long this is going to be, but we're going to have to split up both of the big lawsuits here today. So first we're going to cover Pennsylvania, and then we're going to take a look at the much more substantive Texas case, because if we did them all in one video, we'd be here for like probably 90 minutes, and nobody wants to hear me that long for an uninterrupted amount of time, and I don't want to talk about one subject for that amount of time, so tune into the next video for that one, because that'll be cut right after this guy gets put up. So, first and foremost, the Supreme Court rejects Pennsylvania GOP lawsuit. This is what we woke up to first thing this morning. This is the one about Act 77. And first and foremost, I'm going to show you the very detailed and very thought out response that the Supreme Court offered this case to begin with. Here it is. One page. That's it. Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. Order and pending case. Mike Kelly et al. Versus Pennsylvania et al. The application for injunctive relief presented to Justice Alito and by him referred to the court is denied. That means everything's over, right? No. And that's what Twitter's reporting, that this case was thrown out, it was denied, but that is in fact not what that means. That means that the emergency injunctive relief has been denied. They are still going to hear about it because, as you can see, I've got the official filing pulled up, and what we got here, we got the Mike Kelly congressman and the applicants against Pennsylvania as the state. It was, docketed on the December 3rd, so over the weekend. We learned that it was getting kicked up, and we've got all of the different stops that the lawsuit has made. So, the long and short of it, it was filed, it was referred to the court, it was denied by the court, and as we sit right now, the motion to file brief of amici curiae, sorry, my Latin's a little rusty, of constitutional attorneys has been submitted. So, they aren't getting their immediate relief where, that would be immediate decertification based on just seeing the case and not hearing any of the evidence. That is the only thing that's been dismissed so far. So let's go to the write-up here. The U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday rejected a lawsuit filed by Pennsylvania lawmakers and candidates contesting the election results in the Commonwealth. In an order, which, the fucking forward order there, that's what, I just showed you. The nation's top court denied the application of injunctive relief. The case centered around a piece of legislation that erased the requirement for people voting by mail to have a reason why they couldn't vote in person. That's what, Act 77, as plaintiffs argued, it would be implemented illegally and clashed with the state's constitution, despite not being passed by constitutional amendment. So it's, for all intents and purposes, still unconstitutional. And remember, this case is still being heard by the United States Supreme Court. A Pennsylvania judge last week said the plaintiffs would likely succeed and blocked the state from certifying the results of the election, but Pennsylvania Supreme Court just plugged their ears and went, la 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 la, certification happening, la 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 la, we love Tom Wolf. Oh, and speaking of the dickhead, earlier Tuesday, election lawyers representing Democratic Governor Tom Wolf's administration urged the Supreme Court to reject the lawsuit. Well, they rejected injunctive relief. So they decided to meet you halfway on that one. No court has ever issued an order nullifying the governor's certification of presidential election results. That doesn't mean fuck all, the lawyers added, arguing that it could set a precedent for the judicial invalidation of a presidential election. Supreme Court Justice Alito, a George W. Bush nominee, thanks Bush, I never thought I'd have to say that, was in charge of the case. The full order from the court stated the application for injunctive relief presented to Justice Alito and referred to him to the court is denied. The order came hours after the state of Texas filed suit, and we'll be covering that shortly, so I don't want to spoil anything. So reading this on the face value, you might think that, this is dead on the vine, and especially because it is Safe Harbor Day, And prior to today, most people probably have never heard of that terminology, mostly because, well, probably for good reason, because this day means nothing. Unless you're a leftist retard on Twitter who thinks that, it's Safe Harbor Day, that means everything needs to stop dead. Well, we still have everything that's happening in Arizona. We have a whole bunch of stuff happening in Nevada, and we have independent lawsuits happening in Georgia and Michigan, and other Trump lawsuits in Wisconsin and Michigan, Georgia. So yeah, you know what the safe harbor date means? Well, we don't have to take my opinion on it. We can go right to Jenna Ellis. She's on the Trump team, so she probably knows a couple of things about this. Safe harbor has no practical effect on Trump lawsuits, according to Jen Ellis. No shit. President Donald Trump's legal team argued that the December 8th safe harbor deadline has no practical effects on the president's lawsuit seeking to overturn the results of the election. Attorneys Rudy Giuliani and Jen Ellis said the safe harbor deadline is a timeline that generally denotes Freudian slip, I suppose, the last day for states to certify election results, but they noted that it is not unprecedented for election challenges to last beyond December 8th date. Remember how long Al Gore was president-elect for? And I remember when all of those electors have met and, the Electoral College has convened already. Oh wait, that's not supposed to happen until next Monday. My bad. Citing the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's argument in Bush v. Gore during the 2000 presidential election, the lawyers said the date of ultimate significance is January 6th, when the Congress counts and certifies the votes of the Electoral College. Like I said, they meet next Friday, and the votes get tallied January 6th. That is the first drop-dead day. Inauguration date is the only date that's actually enshrined in the Constitution, and that is January 20th. That is the absolute drop-dead date. The only fixed day, they said, in the United States Constitution is the inauguration of the president on January 20th at noon. See? Okay, I'm not pulling your guys' leg. I do kind of know a thing or two about a thing or two. Ellis, in an interview with Newsmax on Tuesday, said December 8th safe harbor deadline actually has no practical effect on the litigation. Yeah, but tossed all your lawsuits. You're what, 1 in 42? Shut up. She added that the December 14th Electoral College vote also really doesn't have an effect, citing the Ginsburg opinion. Yeah, exactly. And that one kind of had precedent because it kind of affected the overall outcome of the 2000 election, which I'm not too sure that was the lesser of two evils, but seeing what Al Gore's done in his post-public life, yeah, I think everybody in the world was spared a bullet with that one. January 6th is the date we're all looking at, so we still have a ways to go in this. Grant, added Ellis. No, Grant is the interviewer. It's really just the fake news media that wants to rush to this judgment. You don't say, because we could go straight to Twitter. And as you can see right there, Supreme Court denies request to stop certification of Pennsylvania vote. We were just over this. They only issued a denial of immediate relief. That is wrong. That is fake news. But it's Twitter, so that's what probably everybody that gets their news exclusively from the fucking What's Happening bar, which I wouldn't necessarily take that person's opinion on anything. So, and plus we're going to go back to the article because I don't like the photos that are in the middle of my screen. So yeah, the smooth brains are really calling this one a fucking victory. But I think if you actually read the law and you read the lawsuits, you'll probably come out with a more informed opinion. Might not necessarily be a successful opinion, but it's definitely an informed opinion. Not trying to argue towards a conclusion, but rather gathering the evidence in order to arrive at a conclusion. You get what I'm saying? Oh, and let's hear their arguments, because some have said that the safe harbor date is actually consequential. Rebecca Green, an election law professor at the William and Mary School in Williamsburg, Virginia, told the Associated Press that federal law stipulates that if a state has completed its post-election certification by December 8th, Congress is required to accept those results. She's teaching people. She's a fucking idiot. The safe harbor date, 6 days before the Electoral College meeting, requires every state to have made their respective election results official. But on Tuesday, the state of Texas filed a lawsuit. Yeah, but she's a professor, right? She probably has the superior opinion. Far be it from the state state of Texas to intervene or the state of Arizona to do anything about it. Now, I'd love to give you guys an update on places like Michigan. I said, and they also said Jenna Ellis as well. Since she's up here, I might as well mention the Michigan lawsuit. Well, not the lawsuit, but they got those 22 Dominion voting machines sequestered for analyzation. Yeah, haven't heard anything, and today was supposed to be the day that you're supposed to be getting results, but maybe because everything is fucking hitting the fan right now, that's why we haven't heard anything about it, and that also makes me feel a little bit queasy when we're supposed to be getting answers to questions that were asked a couple days ago and promised results on a day, and nothing's coming out of it. And because it's pretty much the end of the day on the East Coast, but when I'm recording this, I'm whatever fucking mountain time. It leads me to believe that we'll have more information on that tomorrow. But the big prevailing thing that everybody wants to talk about right now is the Texas lawsuit, and we will be getting to that shortly, but I just wanted to do all the cleanup surrounding that so we can focus directly on that in the next video. So hopefully you guys watch this one first. I'll be linking to this video here in the next one so we can have all of the safe harbor stuff broke down. We can have all of these other lawsuits already broken down, and you guys understand what we're talking about, so we can just dive dick first into the next one. I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo, and want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.